Good morning. Welcome to Under the Hood with Mike Garrison, author of Can I Borrow Your Car? And Would You Build This? And today's video, which is also going to be the title of my newsletter, is Live by the Sword, Die by the Sword. And it's really a story of pursuing a marketing strategy based upon social media / automation / influencer stuff. A friend of mine, not a close friend, but a friend, just suffered some consequences because of this pursuit of scaling through marketing. Here's what happens, right? You decide that you are going to scale your marketing efforts as a professional advisor, or quite frankly, just about any small business. And you decide you're going to scale and you're going to use social media and you're going to use marketing technology to allow you to not have to create the relationships until after they've told you they want to buy from you. Which is, by the way, that's fine, right? If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. The challenge is that stuff generally is an enterprise business solution. And so all the people selling you that bullshit are people that are copying what enterprise businesses do, this concept of scaling. If you're a small business, you need to scale differently because unless you are moving from small to medium, right? Especially if you're a professional service provider, you don't have the budget and means to do it. And I don't care what all the influencers say. So here's what happened, right? Somebody on my friend's team, I'm not saying whether it's a man or a woman, but somebody on my friend's team, because she is pursuing scale, went ahead and copied another person's post on a big social media platform. And people noticed and called them out on it. And then the first reaction, which is always generally a mistake, especially when you are thinking digitally, technologically, as opposed to relationally, can I borrow your car? Right? The first response was to kind of sneer and say, hey, like, you guys don't understand. This is actually an advanced social media technique. And you know what? It doesn't matter. Maybe that's an advanced social media technique, but it's also theft, right? It's just plain up stealing. And the concept being is that was somebody else's post that was copied and then given, as an original post. And you can use whatever term you want, but if you don't say, hey, this post was done by somebody else and we really liked it, you are copying what they did. And so the first response was the sneer and expose it away, which of course made it worse because it told you everything you needed to know about how authentic this person was. Then the apology, right? And the apology came, I noticed it after the original writer of the post started making beans off of it, right? He's like, well, this is great. I'm going to get tons of views because now everybody knows that you copied my stuff. Then you had an apology. Why am I talking about this? Number one, the people that say referrals don't scale are the ones that are slaves to technology. They're the slaves to technology, the slaves to outsourcing stuff. At the end of the day, referrals do scale, but they only scale if you understand that it's about disciple making. If you try and do referrals like an evangelist, meaning you're going to ask every person you meet to buy, and you're going to beg everyone you meet to refer you, then you're going to have evangelist results, which usually is a lot of activity, brief bursts of time, and then you burn out. Versus disciple making, which is the OG process, right? That's how Christianity is still around and Christianity still works in spite of an inefficient, non-algorithm driven media channel, AKA human beings, right? It does scale. It scales if you have the right strategy. So disciple making is relationship first, deep. Then you get multi-generational effect, maybe over a couple of thousand years. Back to it. Live by the sword, die by the sword. The challenge is this. If you're building your marketing strategy on ground you don't own, that generally means that you have to invest more money and more time in things that you don't own. It's like remodeling a house you rent. Seems kind of foolish. You can do it. I mean, it's not immoral, but it's kind of foolish, right? You're not really investing in something for real. Um, Caveat though, like if you do that whole social media marketing and stuff like that, well, you are going to get more referrals. If you do it well, if you're authentic, if you tell the truth, if you're not a thief, you're going to end up getting more referrals, but they're going to be organic and you won't be able to predict them. Instead, there's another place, right? Live by the sword, die by the sword. I live by deep relationships. I also die by them, meaning that I am willing to not have all the dopamine and excitement and distractions that come from all of the incredible social media crap and all the tech. You know, it's there is a part of me that really wants to hire one of these email marketing experts and spend $1,000 a month and get a bunch of appointments. But guess what? I wouldn't own that process. I would not own it. I'd be renting it. I don't want to do that. Right? I want to own as much as I can the success, the security of my future for my family and for my business. And so we're going to live and die by relationships. We're going to sell out for that. And we're going to do the strategic work necessary. If you've listened this long, A, thanks, appreciate it. B, if it has any resonance, let's talk. Let's talk like real human beings. Let's break this dopamine social media thing and let's talk live. Half an hour free to anyone that isn't a bot. So how do we do this? Be real, be human, be authentic.